Hey guys, you can't keep me away, I tell you. Alright, there's a couple of things here. I'm putting them together in the same video, just real quick. Out of all the suggestions I had for the fixed steady fingers, and I give huge thanks to everybody who pitched in lots of ideas, gave me a lot of food for thought, but the one that stuck in my mind longest, and I forget who put the comment in, I'll hopefully find it and acknowledge him. He said, why don't you turn the fingers around and put your cam rollers on the other end? And to be honest, I think that might be worth a try. One comment was concerned regarding the effective offset from the center line of the finger. This is dummied up. Obviously, it's just sitting there to give you some idea. But that's representing about 1/16 to an eighth. Yeah, about 1/16 to an eighth beyond the end of the finger. Now, the pressure on the roller is going to be about ½ an inch away from the center axis of the pin. So, they're not ideal in some respects, but the pin's only a ½ inch. I can't really easily put a fork or yoke for a single roller at the bottom, and I've seen other people use a cam roller with an offset. So I'm going to try it. In a sense, by modifying the existing finger, I'm not really losing anything. I can still make a new set. So that would be the outside limit for diameter, and that would relate to about 2½ inch, and it's very rare that I go much bigger than that with long stock. And then if I bring that in, I've now got, you can't see it, but back here the phosphor bronze tip is just sticking out, and the cam roller is getting very close to center of the steady. So I'm going to try and set up real accurately and drill through to get these mounted, and then I'll show you at the end of it how it works out, or not. Now, the other thing is concerning my yesterday's appraisal of the combination unit from Harbour Freight. I'm going to go down to that in a second and just mention one thing I found which has made a useful adjustment. Alright, a couple of small points here just to add to my first look type appraisal of this machine just one day ago. I mentioned, I think, when we were talking about the what I'm calling the keeper bar, spring loaded. Now the spring is actually pretty strong, but I wanted a bit more pressure on this bar when using the shear. I've managed to put probably about a 25-30 thou washer on each. And that means now that the compression is absolutely maxed out. I can't put any more packing in. And then the other thing, you probably noticed when I was going through this originally, I couldn't quite go 360 degrees. The casting that carries motion from the top to the bottom, it's an offset. We're running a substantial cam, and I wasn't able to go 360, which limited the rolling, and that obviously had to be dealt with. So what I've done is I put a small piece of this 20 gauge aluminum into the brake. All right, and whilst that was in, let's get a close-up for you. What I'm going to zoom in on is just here. Alright, so in here we've got a large hex bolt, and we've got a standoff setting bolt there. So we've got this each end. So what I did was, with the piece of thin aluminum in the brake to act as spacing, I undid the bolts each end by about 3 flats, Then I loosened off the hex each end and took the handle round, just that, well, you can't see now of course, you can't see anything. I took the handle round until it would just go over centre, which means now I can actually do that and continue rolling, and there's still the pressure required for the brake action, and the shear blades still carry far enough. So there we are, if anybody wondered. Just recapping, I had my piece of aluminum in the brake V, and then whilst that was in there, made my adjustment at each end, which allowed this to come up just a little bit, probably not very much. Take that out, and then having got that new setting, we can just keep going round. So that means with the roller, if I put in a fresh piece, there we are, we're going through now. Now that's just one pass on that piece. Probably being a little bit thick for the machine, it probably needs to go through on a larger radius first and then step its way down. But in principle, the thing is, we've got a 360, and I think we've made a slight improvement on that. Any other obvious tweaks that I discover, I'll let you know another time. So anyway, I'm back again soon. Thanks for watching.